For the proper squeegee operation, we need to be able to adjust the balance of the box. So we have an internal adjustment here where I can adjust it forwards or backwards, okay? And then we can also adjust here, we can adjust right on this, and then we adjust the backs. So we want it to be pretty level so that we're just pulling the material around. The purpose of these front squeegees is containment. So we are in a perfect spot for adjusting the squeegees because it's perfectly level in here in the shop floor. So I want these front rubbers, I'm going to adjust them so they just come down and sit flat on the ground. And then on the back, we're going to adjust this so it's pretty flat, but with just a very slight rotation to the front. So we need to loosen up our locking nuts here on the adjustment plates. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay. Now I need to loosen up my internal clamps here. Maybe if I go this direction. So this is a little easier with a impact wrench, but we're just doing it the manual way. Okay. Now that I have them loose, I see that my box adjustment on the inside is still a little bit tight. So let's see if I just energize my coil, if I can drop it down a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Just taking the tension off the chain for the lift chain. Yep. So now my box is sitting flat on the rubbers. Well, still high on the other side. So I lowered the cylinder down so I have all the pressure off. There we go. So now by putting pressure on the box, it's sitting flat on both sides. And now this is just a black Buna rubber, and it will wear. All it's trying to do is just contain that material. So the red rubber is what sets our uniform thickness, but the black is just containment. So it's going to wear. So we're going to need to do this adjustment over the life as this rubber is getting down, so we get as much life out of it as possible. So we're making these adjustments, getting this so it's sitting. I've got just a little bit of curve to it, so when the material dumps in, it's going to contain it, keep it where we want it. This adjustment all looks good. Want just a little bit more on the front. There we go. So now I can go ahead and start tightening that up. Let's look at this one over here. That one may be still a little tight. Let me loosen this up a little more. There we go. Now it's sitting a little bit more level. Use the calibrated boot. There we go. So now this looks a lot better, so I'm going to go ahead and start tightening it up. Again, these adjustments are going to have to be made throughout the operation. Every few weeks, probably need to make a little adjustment on here just so you've got just the right down pressure on the rubber. Get the other side tightened up. And then we'll move on to the other adjustments to make sure we have them. So we just got to do one thing at a time. Swivel headed ratchet's not the best tool, but it works. Okay, so we've got these tight. We've got our inside adjustment here still loose because we want to adjust to make sure we've got the box where we want it to be. As I'm looking at the positioning, I know it's going to curve forwards just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get on the machine. I'm going to start it and I'm going to pull forwards just a little so that the rubber has an opportunity to give me a slight curve. Now, that's obviously giving me an extreme curve to it, but I'll straighten that back up. The whole alignment here is good, so I'm going to go ahead and snug this back up. The other side. Okay. So now I'm going to raise the box up just a little so I can get that rear squeegee positioned where I want it. All right.